Hey, folks. How's everyone tonight or today, wherever you are? Could be daytime there. So I wanted to say hello, everyone. Greetings from Jolyn. I see Jolyn's here, and she is a member because I got that little circle next to her name. So she is a member of the community. Thank you for your support. Looks like we might have a couple people straggling in on this one today. So remember, if you're a member at 90 from YouTube, member on YouTube at the $9.99 or above, you can come join afterward in the backstage pass, because that's what we do with any of our guests, or just come in and chat as we normally do. Because I'm giving you a tip today that is a tip that I've done one in the past with the community, but this one actually is one that was brought up by a community member. And I wanted to bring this up today because I think this one is an important one, or it's not necessarily important, but it's a way for you to visualize all at one time. So the whole topic today is how to keep track of subscriptions. We subscribe to everything. And I'm not talking about monthly subscriptions. I'm talking about annual ones, because annual costs go up and you don't even know it, but it automatically hits you, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what I'm going to show you what I do, and like I said, one of my community members brought this up. I said, this could be a great one for everyone, not just our community members, but everybody. So every once in a while on Wednesday, I try to go back to old tips. This one's going out to everybody as a brand new one for everyone. So I don't do this that often because there are some benefits to being a member and getting some of these tips ahead of time. So all that being said, let's get right to it. I'm going to share my screen. First of all, let me go into here. Hold on a second. All right. So right here is my Google Calendar. And I'm sure you could do this with any calendar. If you have the Microsoft Calendar, which is Outlook, I think it's still there. But this is my Google Calendar. And so that's what I've found to be the best way. You can track it. Let's say you have one credit card. That's all you do is subscriptions. That'd be the easiest way. But can you go back and identify and all that kind of stuff? Is it easy to do that? I'm going to take my headset off since I'm not talking to anybody. For me, what I do, what I like to see and know, and I can set notifications accordingly. I go into the search tab and I search subscription. And oops, hold on. Let's try this again. There we go. That's better. So now I can see every single subscription that I have. So if I have Sirius Radio, as I do, Snagit, StreamYard twice, because I think it has, when I need to evaluate it, I just had that in there twice. It might have been the old one too, so I probably need to redo. This will give you an idea of maybe if you're doubled up on something too, which is why I wanted to show you. Then Camtasia, Zoom, and then if this, then that, and then down below there is Pixlr. And then when it starts to repeat, since I started with Sirius as my first one, I come back, I can see other ones. I can see Dropbox, Gmail for work, or Dropbox for each work, and that, and then you can see the Sirius repeat at the bottom. That's how I know where, and I just have all of the year, the date, all that kind of stuff. I can copy and paste that screen. I can print this screen, etc. So for me, this is the easiest way to track subscription. Oops, I didn't mean to put that tip up on there. For me to track subscriptions. This is my way of doing it. Like I said, one of the members said, hey, how do you do that? And well, there is that member right now. There's Mark Barris right there. He's the one that actually initiated this, and I said, well, I have my subscriptions in my calendar. And to me, it's the quickest, easiest way, as opposed to having to log into an app or your card or whatever and go track records and see all of that kind of stuff. This is a quick, easy way, but you have to remember to do that. There is always legwork in anything that you do. So you have to do some things to initiate stuff on your own. So I suggest to you, go get your subscriptions taken care of, all the ones that you pay on an annual basis, and go track it. You can do the same thing with monthly, but monthly is a little bit easier because usually you get a monthly bill. A good example is Netflix, right? Or YouTube TV. That's a monthly bill that comes in. So you see that. These aren't in your face. And a lot of times you get a discount for doing an annual subscription. So this is the process that I use. Thought it might be helpful. That's the tip I got. That's all I got. I'm going to take us on out. And if you guys in the community want to join me afterward, well, you know where to do that. And I will send out the link to remind you of that. Thank you, everyone who watched. And if you're watching this in replay and you have a way that you do, please let me know what that way is, and help out the others. I would love to hear and see what you do for your subscriptions. How do you keep track of your subscriptions? I'm out. Thank you. See you in the backstage, any members that want to come in. Thanks.